getting more and more awkward. Everything's fine. Second sticks.
Alright, here's your list. Intro of this episode.
Wow, sweet.
So they all look like
Can we
shit.
talk about John's situation?
Yeah.
That's an intro.
Because, like,
We can talk about it. Vince said we weren't going to talk about it. We can talk about it.
Yeah.
what if the whole thing is we talked about not talking about it whenever we're talking about
No,
it, and
then-
everyone thinks
Are we rolling?
Yeah,
Been rolling?
Yes.
Well, let's just hold on 1 second. The first thing up. What's the first thing in this episode?
This is Daily Transition Tangent, little bullshit like we always do.
The whole
And
intro
then
we
it's like,
just shot. So now we're gonna stop everything and get new batteries.
I seriously want an uncensored, like 2 minute a week,
No,
uncensored
Yo,
bit with Teague.
Yo, the whole
backstory. The first backstory is Teague.
Yo,
The man who makes this all come together.
yeah, like Teague's got some shit to tell.
Teague on the rest of the Scumbags.
Oh no, we
Chicks,
couldn't
go.
single out. It would just have to be situationally
Collective
pissed off.
shittiness.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to hear him rip into me.
Why would I? I've never been mean to anybody.
No, but we know what's in there.
It's not even that there's a meanness there. It's just a general father disappointment that comes.
I'm not
that
mad at you.
exudes.
I'm just disappointed.
That's exudes. Yeah.
You're not starting with your phone?
No.
Start the
Alright.
intro.
No, you're starting with your
Yeah,
phone.
yeah.
Got you.
Do the intro.
You realize the only time I see you is when we do this now?
I know. All right, it's another episode of Tangents where we talk about things.
The things.
What we should talk about is what happened to your leg.
My leg? So we were pushing some cars up the dock,
Which car?
torque snelling. It's really hard to put. Your weight's 2,200 pounds, but welded diff means
Well,
it's not pushing.
no. He put 17s on the front now, so the car's like way
Really
lower
low.
than it was. Because it
Yeah.
used to just like
I heard that the car was finished and then they ripped the radiator off, pushing it into a trailer.
yeah. So
Oh,
the
like
car
hot
used to
boy.
just like gingerly scrape the belly pan
Yeah.
on the way down the dock. But it was like not enough to hold it up, but just enough to make noise. Like so you know you're hot boy when you're going down. Like,
Yeah.
skirt. And then now it's way lower.
It's
So
so
attempt 1 went fine except for it like high sided. Attempt 2, I thought John ran over his life.
I ended up pulling the calf muscle, straining it so hard it snapped like a rubber band and just fell to the ground. Security guard Dave and Vin had to carry me to the smart car so I could go home. And the next day I was crawling on my hands and knees through the house. Then my wife told me I should go to the doctor. Here I am on some crutches.
But
Sweet.
like we were pushing it, and then I see like this horrible screech.
Yeah, it was
and
bad.
then John like hopped away and like fell on the floor, and I was like, "What the hell just happened?"
So nothing's torn, just very, very badly strained.
We're gonna get John a rascal.
Dude, I'm ready. Koozie up front.
You're gonna need that for SEMA.
Yeah.
Like that serious. There's no way you're gonna be able to walk around with
No,
that.
I've been
gonna
saying
get
this since the
that.
first time we all went together that we get a crew up of Slam the Rascals.
They see me rolling, they hating.
Slam
cruise the floor.
Let's be honest, it's got some stickers on it.
Yeah.
It's a property of.
So speaking of SEMA, next week most of us will be at SEMA all week. Luckily, we've shot a bunch of content, so you guys can enjoy it next week. And a lot of it are actually our cars that'll be at SEMA. We think, hopefully.
Do you think that they're gonna ask, why don't you just make content from SEMA? Should we explain?
Well, we are making content from SEMA, which you guys can watch on DTT next week. It'll probably be like an extra special, extra long episode. It's the Hoonigans at SEMA.
Yeah. Also, DTT, there's like a loophole where we could actually leave the donut garage. So.
We can't
Ooh.
explain to them that, but if you haven't noticed in the past 140
They might
some
not.
odd episodes, the whole point of Daily Transmission is we don't leave the yard.
So some of you guys seen Rob's car, Chairslayer, his 600 horsepower 180SX has been kicking around the shop because he's temporarily or
No, I
part-time
think he's-
living in California
I think
now.
he's moving back to California. So Rob,
I mean, I've seen him a bunch of times, but I don't have a straight answer.
Never get a straight answer from Rob. Rob, aka Chairslayer, not Chris Layer, was living in Colorado for a while. A lot of you kept asking, where's Rob? Why is Rob never on the show? It's because he moved to Colorado. He's now coming back to California. So hopefully he'll be a bit more of a full-time person involved in what we're doing here. We're all stoked to have him back. He talks about his foundation.
Yeah, he's got a good opportunity for someone in a chair to win a car. So just check that out somewhere.
Yeah, and that's where they cut to that footage now.
So this is the first time Rob's going to be on DTT.
It is the first time. Isn't this the second one?
What do we owe this honor?
You owe the honor to me leaving Colorado and never going back.
All right, Rob's coming back to California. So speaking of, I mean, that means that you probably have to do something with this on DT, huh?
I think so. It's been sitting here for a little bit, but I've been in the process of moving my life from place to place and kind of living out of
We don't care about any of that. We want to know more about the car.
Okay.
We'll do a build breakdown another time about the car.
All right. Well, the car stands for a lot of things, more than just me driving it. The cool thing about the car is you guys may have seen a little bit of what we did at Atlanta, is we had a little bit of a foundation event through the Chairslayer Foundation. And we got 3 dudes into the car, 2 of which actually drove the car and learned how to use the hand controls.
On Road Atlanta?
Not on Road Atlanta, on the
paddock.
they were just on the skid pad in the back.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it takes a little bit more than a couple hours to get somebody familiar. These guys also haven't driven a race car at all. Day 3, Grid Life Atlanta. Haven't burnt my car down, and I found some other friends in wheelchairs that want to drive this car. So Chris, the organizer of Grid Life, gave us this big skid pad to have some fun on. So we're gonna get each one of these guys into the car and give them a shot to drive this car and at least feel what it's like to be behind the wheel of a 600 horsepower hand-controlled beast. What do you guys think about it?
Stoked.
Yeah? First time in a car to drive it like this?
Like this, yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna jump in there for a ride along too?
Yeah.
Cool, so that's what we're gonna do on this skid pad, and then Hurt is over there. I guess he's gonna go try and tune his car, and then we're gonna try and run some tandems in this parking lot.
Sweet, dude.
Not bad at all.
How was that? It's awesome, man.
Right? Absolutely. Rippin' bronies. You have a little bit more understanding of what the car does and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's
Good
awesome,
shit.
dude, man.
Hell yeah.
Bring it in, boys.
Yeah. Hey, so what do you guys think of that?
That's awesome, man.
Hey, is it?
Worth the trip.
Was it?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad I was able to give you the guys the opportunity to drive the car. I mean, not many people get to do it. It all depends on location and stuff like that. But as you can kind of see, it is fairly easy to get used to. Starting to get into the technical parts of the hand controls takes a little bit more practice and stuff like that, car control.
Yeah.
You think you would do it again?
Yeah, I want to buy the system once you get it patented and everything.
Yeah.
I need it in my car.
We're just going to figure out a way to make this thing somewhat affordable somehow. That's what I would like to do, so however I can make that happen. But I want to thank you guys for coming out. Thank Grid Life for the opportunity. And we gave my boy over here a ride along too, so everybody had a good time. And is your first time in a drift car?
Yeah, first time.
Boom, so shredded some tires just for him. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Boom. Boom. Hell yeah, we're good. It was a great weekend, and for the foundation, it was a little bit bigger one than I'm used to, so we had more than one person, which we had to kind of get through people as fast as possible, but it was really cool to see, and that's what I hope to do more of with this car and with one of the cars that I'm building right now.
Are you building another car?
Yeah.
Are you going to tell us about that one?
We're going to tell you about it right now. Yeah, so we're building a car through the foundation to give away.
What is it?
It's going to be an S13 hatchback,
All right,
just like this, but it's going to be super chill. I'm not going to tell anybody exactly what motor that we're using yet.
You're not going to tell us about what motor it is?
Okay.
What engine?
Which engine?
Engine?
The engine that we're going to use in it is just going to be a basic V8, but we are going to be putting on a couple power
What's a
adders.
basic V8? Just like an iron block LS?
Yeah, just a 5.3 iron block, but we're going to put some power adders onto it to give it a little bit more power. And one of the cool things is the people at SolidWorks are the ones that put together this project. So coming from a CAD background and working with SolidWorks pretty much my whole life that I've been into design. So SolidWorks partnered up with the foundation, the Chairslayer Foundation, to make this car possible. And we were going to release it this year, but due to some timing, we weren't able to get that happen. So coming into the beginning of next year is when we're going to start getting some content of the build together, and then actually have a release date for the car and how people can apply to be a part of.
That was my next question. So how do you win this car?
So after this episode airs, you can go down to the link that we have provided to put your name in, and then you'll be emailed on when the contest is open. What we want to hear from people is, kind of their background and their story about why they're in the chair or why they should deserve this car, and what it would do to change their lives and what it would mean to them. And we're going to kind of pick it based on that. It's kind of hard to pick just one person because everybody deserves it. So that's where it's going to be difficult, but we're going to narrow it down and get somebody into that car, and it's going to be theirs, and then I'm going to teach them how to drive it.
So make sure you guys, if you're in a chair and you want to drive, get that link.
Yeah, it should be sick. What else do we talk about on DTT?
That's it, man. Don't be greedy.
No.
You just got to come back.
Vinny, what have you been
Nothing
doing?
about me.
What do I know about you?
They don't want to know. They see me enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we'll see you next time when you get this thing on for a build breakdown.
Yes, I can't
When
wait.
you lower this down, pitch. Our peg wheelie's sick still.
This is an emergency bulletin. You need to go watch the Gymkhana 10 trailer right.
I really don't know if I want to sit like this on camera.
It's too late. It's too late. You're committed.
Yes. What am I doing here? Is this okay still?
Oh.
Here, we're trying to get back. Well, here's a segment that I wanted to do with all my friends who were at this event we went to, but no one's here, so it's just me. So enjoy. We were in New Hampshire at Climb to the Clouds, Mount Washington Hill Climb, and it starts every morning at the ass crack of dawn. So you're on the mountain at like 4:30 a.m. and then you're done by like 3. So we had nothing to do, and we didn't want to nap, so we found the second most dangerous thing to do in Mount Washington, which is an Alpine slide. If you don't know what an Alpine slide is, it's essentially a free-for-all where you can die. It's about the least safe thing you can do with a bunch of really irresponsible adults.
Is it on the road or is it like...
No, you're going down a mountain, so you take a lift up, like you're going down a skiing mountain, but you just get on this little death board in a cement and PVC tube that you do like 1,000 miles an hour down.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
It's the most sketchy thing you can ever do. We would just go, like they try to space you out so you don't like collide and stuff, but we would go to the first turn and stop, just squat up, 10 of us deep, and then just mob down this thing. It was some of the gnarliest wrecks I've seen. Like, I've never seen Brian Scotto get so wrecked in his life. So just enjoy the footage.
What are we doing? What are we signing away for here?
Sign our lives away. Gonna go do an Alpine slide in the rain. It's like Apple terms and agreements, just hit that.
That is previous woundage from this.
This is the first aid number written on the actual wristband.
But hey, they just needed to know that Scotto was plus 48 inches.
Yeah, they had to measure me.
It's really funny because on the back of Scotto's jacket it says cheat death. Go fast, cheat death.
This is where this becomes the ironic sweatshirt to wear. He's so bummed. Like, oh yeah, Scotto, he just turned out 6'8" and Alpine slides just don't work. I don't hold together.
Oh god. I have more. Whoa.
Wow, that's amazing. How did that happen?
Where is the track? Can you hear him?
Yo,
Where's the
somebody got.
No, just in the ditch. It's Sarah's version. They put Baja TAs on them and you just go rip down this sewage drain.
I'm gonna go way in the back.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I got this camera on my head.
That's really awkward.
If only you could see the other side of that.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll never have the sacred stone. Crazy mother.
Will just ate shit.
His cart like whipped around.
Will, dude. Oh my.
Let me see it.
That was amazing, Will.
That's
Will might have fell off of the slide, so I got out.
Look at the burn marks.
Yo, most wrecked of the day.
Alright, I just want to go for the slide. Do you see me when I wrecked belly first? I was going
Here, I could have shot it here, dude. You just wrecked also. Yeah, turn around, man.
Sliding like this.
Everybody wrecked.
And now for something
completely different.
Focus good. See it?
I
don't know where your focus is. That's a fair question.
Are you talking about focus right now?
So we ordered these kind of just like little screw
They're sick. They'll get
Wow.
Sick.
They're like those cheap screwdrivers that you get from like a real estate agent
Why
or
you gotta
something.
devalue them?
Hey, don't
Wait,
devalue them.
When do real estate agents give you a screwdriver?
I don't know.
Hey man, have fun with your
I guess
shitty
it's
new
more like
house.
what
You'll
you
need
get
this.
at like the smog guy.
Yeah.
Like you go smog your car,
smog guy, you get
and he's
this.
like, "Hey kid,
Here
come
you
back
go.
again. Here's a pen."
Yeah.
And it's also a screwdriver.
Well, this is just
and
a
not
screwdriver.
really a pen.
Magic.
Anyway, we ordered these, and some of them are a little scratched, and we don't want to go through them all and pick out which ones are scratched, so we're just gonna give them to you guys for free. Yeah.
It's a real sharp screwdriver though.
Anyway, if you want yourself a Scumbag Hoonigan Industries screwdriver that I guess you can fix your eyewear with, or shank somebody if that situation ever occurs.
It's a good clip popper, you know, like for
What?
interior clips because it's so sharp.
Back to shank.
It's really good for cleaning your fingernails.
So this is what we decided.
No.
Oh
No,
man,
no,
you
no,
guys
no.
are so wrong.
No, hold on. This is what I was told, and we're gonna do it both ways because I think this is the way it goes. Like 500 of them. We're gonna make what?
250.
I was told we have 500 total.
Okay, well I have this in writing.
Hold on.
Limited to 250 while supplies last.
I think what we're gonna do is half of them. How many do we have total? I've been told.
250.
You sure?
250 while supplies last.
So yeah, we made these screwdrivers. We're gonna give them to you guys for free with any purchase over like $10, which basically just covers the shipping and handling for us to get this to you. And how are we gonna do it, John?
The first 150 of those will be offered at 12:01, right when this video drops.
Right. So at midnight, California time, and then
Standard Time.
Pacific Standard Time.
is it technically standard right now? No, it's just Pacific time.
It's Pacific Daylight
Yeah.
Savings Time.
It's PD. It's PDT right now. If you really want to get
Sorry.
into it. So Pacific time, not standard or daylight. Fucking creepy, bro. 150 of them will be available the minute this video goes up. So if you're watching this, you should go try to get one of these right now. And for the rest of you who, don't want to stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever time it is in your time zone to watch us talk about random stuff, and watch this in the morning, we'll give you another opportunity to pick up the remaining 100 at noon California time. So those are the 2 times. Someone will put them up on the screen right here, and yeah.
Make sure it's in your cart.
If it's not in your cart, you're probably not getting it.
So don't send an email complaining. Simple.
Thanks, guys. All right, and the last topic we wanted to address with you guys, we thought about doing it kind of the 80s sitcom route where we just introduce a new actor and then pretend like nothing happened and there's no changes, but this is an 80s sitcom. Some of you may have already realized. Darnell is no longer here. We wish him nothing but the best, and that's that.
Cannot believe that they replaced that Darren. But it was a hit show. They knew they could get away with anything.
So next week, we're going to SEMA.
Catch the episode next week. We're going to try to go extra long with it. We normally keep these episodes at like 15 to maybe 25 minutes. I think we're going to try to break an hour for the first time and do an hour-long episode.
But there'll be a lot of sick cars.
You can already see T cringing about. So yeah, hour-long episode. We'll try. We'll see. Hopefully you guys watch at least a quarter of it. So check that out on next week's Tangents and get your screwdriver, all that stuff. And that's it.
Do we bring the camera out to the parties and like get wasted and like...
How about this? You guys comment below and tell us what you want to see us cover at SEMA. If you've already seen a car that you want to see more detail on, or you want us to talk to certain people at SEMA, we'll try our best. Let us know. That way you can, it's a choose your own adventure as Hoonigan goes to SEMA. Enjoy.
Did anyone catch that New York accent? That was crazy. Adventure.
I'm gonna go hobble out of here. Oh, damn. Tall guy problems. Hang on, buddy.
I was gonna give you a hand, cripple man. How long can Scotto go without realizing he doesn't have his phone?
Yeah, Nads is not the new shot daddy.
Yeah.
He's just here to do other stuff.